this video is gonna be all my babies that I hatched this season, besides the next two clutches. And actually, my season is kind of year-round now, so I don't know what I should call these. These are from the last season, I should say. Guess I'll count the clutches as they come for what kind of season they're in for me, what it would be. Like, the next two clutches were from breedings from last year that I was breeding, but, so the next two clutches are clown clutches. I could get Killer Blast clowns, and the first one is the best thing I could get. And then, pastel lesser clown and stuff like that for the second clutch. So, but right here, I'm going to show you some snakes I'm holding back, and then some that are still for sale. Right here is a yellow belly coral glow het pied, and I do think that this one's possibly pastel. Also, I had to get a new phone, and I'm using the camera on there, and it is nowhere near like my old one, and I'm really kind of mad about it, actually. So I will be going to get an actual digital camera, because my last phone was 21 megapixels and this one's 12, but still high def. Yeah, so that's this guy. The colors are a little off in this video. I mean, as in like saturation wise and contrast, it's just a little off. Those of you that have been around ball pythons a while kind of know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we'll try to bear through this. Okay, so this guy, I can't believe, is not sold yet. This is a black pastel leopard, and to this date, definitely the best one I've ever seen, or the best one, you know, that I've produced, definitely, but it's definitely the best one I've ever seen. And he is on Morph list too, along with his dad. Okay, so he's for sale. I'm selling him for $250. He's got that awesome ringer. He's a pig too. He's the biggest one out of the clutch, but sister's catching up, because I don't know if I'm going to sell her anymore, because it's been getting close. But yeah, $250 for this guy, just because he's a grade AAA+++ for a black pastel leopard. I mean, even his eyes are just awesome looking out. Remember them having like those bluish gray eyes like that, like this one. Come on, jerk. Like that, you can see that. So that's him. Here's one I'm not selling, and he's by far the best eater out of all the babies this year. This is my alloy leopard, and I don't know if it's alloy that I'm working with, but I do have a gene in my collection that's very similar, doing a lot of the same things when I do produce morphs that are on the morph list. And I see a lot of similarities in there, so I'm just going to call it alloy for now until I figure out when I'm going to start selling stuff like this. But yeah, he's really orange. But yeah, just take a look. It's kind of a cool project. Just kind of ended up being in my collection. So that's him. Now, from before, this is the sister I was going to keep from that black pastel leopard. And this is a leopard Mojave female. And she was everybody had a ringer in that clutch, really big. She has the smallest one. Just a little bit right there. But yeah, she's a little fatty. She's really squirmy whenever she's by any lights. She doesn't like it. But I'll hold her like this for a second. Yeah, so that's her. I've seen a lot of different variations of leopard Mojaves. But this one's cool too. So anyway, I guess I would let her go now, but it would be 300 shipped, or 300 shipped, because I have to pay $75 for shipping, if not a little more. with nets with heat packs and the box included in that price. I had to pay for all that, but yeah. And then we'll check out their brother, which I believe is a world's first, or pretty sure it is. He just started eating like a pig. He was eating like junk at the beginning. I never did assist feed him though. He ate 3 meals right away off the bat and then was spotty. And now he's just starting to like pound stuff. So this is a black pastel leopard Mojave. I should be producing more of these this year. And mystic versions of this too. Because I am breeding his dad, black pastel leopard, to a mystic potion female. Was thinking about trying to go for more of them and putting potion male to black pastel leopard female instead of the male to the female, but it's kind of redundant and I don't need that, so I'm going to use the other female for something else probably. I also do have a proven breeder for sale, female, pastel. She's from 2010 and she's laid 3 clutches for me. I got rid of almost all the proven breeders I wanted to for females so far, except for her. I did have that Mojave that produced this clutch right here for sale, but I'm no longer selling her because I got her weight back on and she's breeding again. So after she lays, I'll put her up for sale again if anybody's interested in wanting her ahead of time. Okay, so black pastel leopard Mojave. I guess the only one I didn't show you guys out of this was black pastel I sold right away, and then one was already sold that was really awesome with the ringer on that one. Had the biggest one of the group was black pastel Mojave female, which I sold to Luke Wadis from Midwest Snakes and Spiders, or Tarantulas. I don't know which one it is actually. Sorry, Luke, but at least I gave you a shout out. So no, that's this guy. He's not for sale. Okay, so here I have 2 Coral Glow Mojave het pieds. One is a female, which I am gonna keep, and this male is for sale. The other one sold right away. And yeah, so this one's the female right here. This one's the last male for sale. I was thinking about keeping them, but I don't think I'm going to. So this is a Coral Glow Mojave, 100% het pied. I'd do him for $375 shipped. And her for nothing because I'm keeping her. Okay, so hang on just a second. Okay, so these are supposed to be the same thing, so how's about that for polymorphism? They look so bland on here, their colors are so much more bright and contrasted. But yeah, that's them. These are so this is a male Spider Yellow Belly Coral Glow, 100% het pied male. And then I produced another female from that same pied male maker, a female, which I thought I had sold, but I think I still do. But if you're interested, just kind of let me know, I guess. If you're interested in this girl, she's the same thing as him, but with a different look. I really, really like her coloring compared to his, and she has a lot of cool stuff going on her sides. Yeah, let me see if I can show you. Kind of gotta be in person to see it. I think you can kind of see it on camera when it's not so bright. Let's see if I could turn that down. Okay. Yeah, so this male, I don't know if I set a price for him. $375 shipped, I guess, too. And then this girl, just inquire about her because I am gonna ask the guy if he still planned on wanting her. It's a customer of mine, a friend actually, and he's deployed in Djibouti, Africa, so he's having trouble getting money to his bank, I guess, or something's going on with that, which is true. I heard it on the news, so. But just get a hold of me if you're interested in her, and I'll see if she's gonna be available or not. She's a good eater, too, so, yep, 100% het pied, too, so. I like that one better. How about you guys tell me which one you like better? This guy has a lot more white on him. I almost peg him. I'm gonna peg him for one of those bananas or coral glows that whites out after a while. We'll see though. Maybe I won't have them that long. Someone will buy them. So those are those guys and girl. Okay, so here's a clutch I didn't do a video on. I got rid of most of them. It's a gene I've been playing with. It's, I just call it the plus gene right now. Or the name of the female was my first snake, so she has a name. But she was captive hatched. And she seems to be doing stuff like, kind of like a vanilla would do. I have not bred anything in the complex to try yet. I bred her son back to her this year, and I believe this is a mystic with that gene in it. And if as you can see, it causes kind of some banding and really jacks up the color. And I think I might have hit a super or just an extreme version. But here's a male that I will be breeding back to his mom hopefully this year. And this is a mystic also. Let's put her back. She's getting kind of beastie. There he goes. Okay. So, I don't know if this is a super or an extreme version of this, but he has the light head like the pastel I produced of that gene. In the back of his head's real light. Mystics don't typically have that. And, you know, his pattern's really reduced. It just looks like kind of super vanilla-ish without the really bright head. But, I don't know if this is a super form or not, so I guess we'll see. I could show you some of her siblings real quick. Just a second, let me grab them. I wasn't planning on doing this, so. Okay, so here is a male that's, yep, going in the shed. And believe it or not, this guy is around 1,000 grams, and this is supposed to be just a pastel mystic. So, more is going on with this than I think. You know, there's something there, obviously. So it's, you know, it's convincing enough that I've kept almost every single baby that has the gene, whether it's a male or female. And then I'll show the pastel version that's over 2,000 grams, and she looks just fabulous. Alright, so here's the pastel. She's like 2,200 grams. She's afraid of the light too. I got her on the small thing too for the hatchling, so she's probably gonna crawl off soon. But yeah, if you look at her head, I don't know. Tell me your opinion if you guys think she looks like a vanilla pastel, or I mean, she looks better than the Firefly female breeder I just sold, but times 10, and I have a pastel, normal pastel, that's about the same size as her, a little older, and it is night and day difference. That one looks brown and a little yellow at the bottom, like a normal pastel when it gets older, but I mean, this looks better than an Orange Dream pastel at this size. I know my camera's not doing it justice, because like I said, the saturation and the contrast really isn't there on here, like it was on my other one. But, so that's her. I'll show you a pastel mystic version that's even more crazy. That's about the same exact size as her, maybe a little heavier. Not as long, but I'll show you her real quick too, and she just is insanely light just to be a pastel mystic. I mean, almost looks like a firefly mystic. Alright, so this is my big female. And these two that I just showed you are going to be breeding this year. I'm breeding their brother back to them. The pastel mystic that I showed earlier, and then the pastel, or I have a mystic plus too. Besides that pastel mystic plus, which will be going in there. I do have one that I think is the single gene of what it is, but I put him in, let him breed too, but he ended up not getting that female last year, so now I think I'll just stick with the mystic stuff that I know has the gene in it. But that's insanely light of a head, and for a mystic to be this. And here, I'll grab a regular pastel mystic that's a good example of a pastel mystic, but your average pastel mystic. And of course, the contrast is not being picked up, and so they look pretty similar. And you guys with the discerning eye of dealing with ball pythons and everything know kind of what the difference is and how much it is, probably. Can imagine. So, yeah, that's a regular one. That's a good example too, not a bad one. And so I'll put her back, and then I'll get back to the babies. Okay, so one holdback, one sold, and one for sale still. And the one for sale is, these are Mojave het pieds, and the one for sale is the male out of these. I sold one female. I was going to keep both. I got talked out of one, Lena. And she did also purchase the Mojave Coral Glow het pied too. This is the one I'm keeping. I think it might have the alloy in it. My super Enchi female is the sister with the alloy one. And she looks way different than the rest of them. Yeah, there's could be just difference in the looks, but they're from the same clutch, and there's just strong signs that she also is carrying that gene. So the male is, I think I can do this one-handed. I have before. Well, one of these is the male, and one is not, and one is for sale. So the male is 200 shipped. It's a Mojave 100% het pied. This one's going in the shed. That's why she's so off looking. Otherwise, this is really orangish shading. Something I kind of really haven't seen too many Mojaves with before. So that is those ones, and then I have a couple more to show you. Alright, so here is a Orange Dream Fire Leopard. And I don't know what it is about this year. I don't know if it's just the weather, because it's weird or what, but my babies have been eating really funny, and then once they're on feed good, they just have been power feeding like normal. But she ate 3 meals and refused her last 2. But she looks healthy. And then here's what I believe to be the world's first, which is her sister, which has all 4 genes from the breeding, which was Black Pastel Leopard to Orange Dream Fire. I believe this is a Black Pastel Orange Dream Fire Leopard. Just really not completely sure that there's leopard in there, for the fact that Black Pastel could do this to it. But I mean, this part looks real leopardish with that part coming up too, though. I mean, but Orange Dream drives the white up too, so I mean, this is kind of a hard combo to tell. But I have seen in person Black Pastel Orange Dream Fire, and that one looked a little different than this, so I'm thinking this one does have the leopard in it. She's just so squirrely right now. Her sister wants to come out. So the male Orange Dream Leopard, and go figure, 3 days after I sell the other male, because I've only hatched all females the last 2.5 years of Orange Dream stuff, so I've held back every female, and I've been waiting for a male to breed back to them. And the mom, wish this was a male, kinda, though I wish it didn't have fire, because I don't want to get black-eyed leucistics with all these cool genes in it. So, the Orange Dream Leopard male I came home and he was dead. And he just refused a meal the night before, ate 3 times before that. So, I was really disappointed, and I had really had in my head about 2.5 years worth of planning, 2 years of planning, tentative planning of what I would do with him and that project for Super Orange Dreams, but that's out of the question now, so either gonna have to purchase an Orange Dream combo male or Super Orange Dream combo male, or I'm gonna have to make another one. So I might repeat this pairing again and make another one. Like I said, over half of my collection is holdbacks now. I'm to the point where I really don't need to buy anything because I get new stuff every year. I hold back the best of the best. And yeah, so that's what's worked out for me. Kind of want to end this on a good note with a different snake. Which one I haven't shown in a while is probably... Oh, I know. Okay, I just wanted to show this pastel or super pastel butter. It was sold to me as a super pastel butter. I just wanted to show her to you guys because she has 0 neck. Now, I've seen them at the shop where we've hatched them with like 3/4 of a neck, 1/4 of a neck, maybe an inch of a neck. You know, all different variations, and this is over a 5-year period. It's not like it happens all the time. But, this one has 0 neck. So she kind of has a little trouble wrapping stuff up, but not too bad. I like to call her Stubbs. But she did have a baby that didn't have pastel in it out of a 5-egg clutch. Had a spinner, but she produced a killer Enchi Queen Bee, Killer Blast Enchi, a Spinner Blast Enchi, and a Queen Bee Enchi male. And then the spinner without pastel, so she might not be super pastel, but no big deal. And then this is a girl that I had for sale that I just moved to my breeder female rack. And this is a black pastel leopard pinstripe. She has some scarring right here. A mouse chewed on her, and she never shed it out. Well, she shed it out. The scales are fine. They just changed color, so... I do think this is the world's first, because the one on the morph list is definitely just a black pastel pinstripe. There's various ways to tell that it doesn't have leopard in it. But if you guys want to get a hold of me, I forgot another one. Hang on. Alright, last but not least is Super Mojave male, and I think he might have alloy like his mom because he's turning pretty yellow. I mean, he's really white, but still has some yellows on him like his mom. I don't know if the camera's picking up. Kinda is, I think. But yeah, that's a Super Mojave, possible alloy. So you wouldn't produce any normals when you breed him to something. You could breed him to a mystic female and get half mystic potions statistically. supers are really good to work with. I'm just really glad I used them last year. It would have been really hard to tell with that yellow belly coral stuff if there was yellow belly in some of it if I hadn't used bumblebee ivory, which I thought was a killer bee but proved out to be a bumblebee, even though it's all white with black eyes, completely white. I could show her to you guys too. Might as well take advantage of this video, even though it's gonna run a little long. Oh, it's running really long. So I guess I'll do a collection video next. So this guy would be 400 shipped now. I mean, like, he's almost ready to breed, honestly. You couldn't stay still till the end, guysy. So you can reach me at morphedoutconstrictors@gmail.com. You can go to Morphed Out Constrictors on Facebook and like my page there. I also have my phone number on that page. When I'm at work during Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday and Sunday, I do not get coverage in the shop because it's corrugated metal building, but we do have Wi-Fi. So either email or Facebook me. Also, I'm on Instagram as Morphed Out Constrictor, so you can hit me up there too. So also make sure to like and subscribe and share if you can, so you can get more followers on this video channel for YouTube. And thank you for your time. I know it was kind of a scattered video. I haven't done one in a long time, so, but there you go. Some weird stuff in here, some unknowns and some things to figure out, and then some more cool stuff coming. And I also think my genetic stripe is ovulating, or is gonna be soon, and she was bred to my pastel clown, so I get double het stripe clowns and pastel double het stripe clowns. I'll be holding back probably a few females and a male. That's a really cool project. She reabsorbed her follicles 3 years in a row. Let's hope this year she's gonna go. She is off feed and she does look like she's gonna ovulate, but she's not on the cool side of her cage, so maybe she's just gonna reabsorb again because that's what she likes to do. I think she just needs a change of habitat. I've seen that before. Snakes won't breed for years for someone and they end up going to their house, different part of the states. You know, different conditions, barometric temperature, I don't know what it is, but they end up eating good or, you know, breeding good for people like that. All the problems usually go away a lot of times when you rehome them. So this guy's a garbage disposal for me. I mean, when I have extra stuff or if people don't eat their meals and I don't want to house them and overnight again or anything like that, I give them to him. One of my garbage disposals anyway. So he eats rats and mice. Let's see what he weighs. Okay, chill out, Daisy, and stay in there. Alright, 505. I guess he is. So yeah, please like and share. Thank you. Mike out.